I am really close to my goal of mid back length. At the start of this year, I was armpit length, and now 5 months later, I'm literally like so close, so close to mid back length. Oh my gosh. The past couple of months, I really feel like I saw the most growth. And so I actually tweaked a few small things. And I believe that those things are resulting in me seeing more and more length. You see, growing our hair isn't that hard, and it isn't only for certain people. Recently, I released a video showing how between January and February, I only had like a teeny bit of growth. Or I shouldn't say growth, I should say length that I retained. But between the end of February and April, the length that I saw was crazy. And I asked you guys a question in one of my recent videos. Is it because I started doing plaits? And every comment that I got on the bottom of that video said, yes, it's because of the plaits. And so I was like, yo, let's do something about that. And so that's why I made a few changes, and literally my hair is like speeding through now. I'm loving it. Now, if you're new here and you don't know, then I am growing my hair from shave to tailbone length within 7 years. And I'm here to share my tips and tricks with you along the way. It's pretty cool because more recently, I've been getting a few people asking me like, oh, is that your real hair? Are you wearing extensions? How do you get it like that? How do you know, all of this. And so it's really good for us to actually talk about this because I'm not a unicorn, as that lady was saying in her audio. I don't know if you guys have heard it.
Black hair does not grow. If you are one of the unicorns where you can cut your hair one day and in 2 months or 3 months you got inches, you know you're a rare breed. When we cut our hair, that's it.
I'm not a unicorn. I am not the only one here that's growing my hair long. There's literally like so many natural hair ladies that are growing their hair long. And so the question is, how have I done it? How is it that I'm seeing a lot more length when a lot of natural hair ladies, their hair gets to maybe here or shoulder length and then it just stops? Is it because of genetics? Do I have some kind of long hair gene? Or am I using one of these crazy wild hair growth oils that promise to grow my hair 6 inches in 2 months? No. Okay? No. The answer is a resounding no. It's none of that nonsense. The answer is my natural hair care routine. Now, this routine has taken me time to build. It wasn't immediate. As soon as I started growing my hair 4 years ago, I didn't immediately have my routine down and never change it. No, I've been tweaking it along the way. As I've been learning my hair more and more, I've been changing things, adding things in, taking things out, maybe changing products or ingredients, things like that. But I'd probably say the past 2 years of my growth, that's where my routine has pretty much stayed the same, maybe apart from 1 or 2 tweaks here and there. But ultimately, I do not stray away from my routine. Of course, the majority of you watching, you wouldn't see me day to day. But of course, the people who see me day to day, for example, my husband or at work or friends, family, things like that, they will always see that my hair is always in either twists or plaits, or it's twisted and plaited and then put in a bun. You know, they rarely see my hair just out, wearing it as an afro, wearing it in its shrunken state. You wouldn't see that from me. And that's because I just stay consistent to my hair care routine. And so before we even worry about the products that we may need to use or the type of styles that we do, things like that, we first have to decide to be consistent. I'm telling you, a routine without consistency isn't really a routine. Routine is something that you do the same over a period of time. And literally, if we're just chopping and changing things every couple of weeks, then we're not going to see what our hair likes or what it doesn't like. And so if I were to give you one tip before we even get into this routine, it's to decide right now to be consistent. So in this video, I'm going to show you what my natural hair care routine actually looks like, and so you can see how I'm retaining length. First, I want to help you not to set your expectations somewhere where they're not going to be fulfilled, because I've modeled my hair care routine off indigenous strands. And if you guys don't know her hair is literally down to her knees. As far as I know, she is the longest haired natural lady on YouTube, just as far as I know. Let me know if you know of somebody else, drop their channel in the comment. I'd love to see that. But she has a really, really simple, basic routine. And I modeled mine off hers. So I want to let you know that this isn't going to be some crazy 99 steps. You know, it's really simple, it's really basic, and to be honest, it's probably a little bit boring, but you know what? It's helping me to retain length. Okay, so a good place to start is washing. Now, I wash my hair every 2 weeks, but let me explain why so that you have a bit of understanding. I would say that my sebum production level is probably around about medium. Now, don't ask me what is sebum. I don't 100% know. I am not a trichologist. I'm not a hairdresser. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm not a professional in hair. I just know how to do my hair. All I do know is sebum is like the natural oils that our scalp produces. And so there's people who have to wash their hair weekly because their scalp is letting them know like it's ready to be washed. There's other people who can go about a month or so without washing. I'm not one of those people, unfortunately. I feel like I would like it to be like that, you know, because yeah. But anyway, what works for me is to wash my hair every 2 weeks. Now, if I do want to stretch my wash day, there have been times that I have trialed washing my hair monthly and it worked for a short time. I could see myself doing that again in the future, particularly when my hair is even longer, but we'll see how it goes. And what I do when I'm stretching my wash day to monthly is I'll do a process called scoop and spread. And I'll link the video above for you where I talk a little bit more about how I scoop and spread. Typically, I don't pre-poo my hair. I would only do that if I'm washing it loose, and majority of the time I don't wash my hair loose. I wash my hair in twists or these plaits that you see now. Occasionally, I will apply a bit of like a pre-shampoo product to my twists before I wash them, but I don't always do that. I'd probably do it if my twists are kind of really matted, if I haven't redone them throughout the week and therefore they're just like really, yeah, just really matted. But in general, pre-pooing isn't really a staple in my hair care routine. So as I just mentioned, I do tend to wash my hair in twists, or if not, then in plaits. And I use African black soap shampoo. That's something that I make myself. Do I deep condition? Typically, no. That's not actually in my hair care routine. Now, as I said, this is my very simple hair care routine. It works for me. Am I saying that you need to do it? No. You do what works for your hair. If you know you need to deep condition, then deep condition. So again, kind of similar to pre-pooing, sometimes I will deep condition my hair whilst it's in twists, but it's not really typical of me to do it every 2 weeks. I would probably say that maybe once a quarter or so, that's when I tend to wash my hair all loose. That's when I'll do the whole shebang, like the pre-poo, then the wash, then the deep condition, and applying heat as well so that the deep conditioner really soaks into my strands. Okay, so next is moisture. I will usually, after I wash my hair, I'll usually squeeze out the water so that I can put the right kind of liquid into my strands. And what I use is aloe vera juice, which has a mix of kind of essential oils, glycerin. I think that's it. And because this bottle is usually kept in the fridge, what I'll do is I'll often put it into the shower with me, allow the hot water to just drip on it so that it warms it up a little bit, so that when I put it in my hair, I'm applying a warm product to my hair rather than something that's freezing cold and kind of beginning to close my cuticles. Then as I'm retwisting my hair or replaiting, whatever it is I'm doing with it, then what I'll do is I will apply my shea butter mix, or if I don't have that, then just any kind of leave-in really. Next thing I'll do is seal my hair. So usually I tend to use Jamaican black castor oil, but I haven't purchased that recently and I don't have that much left. So the last time I went into the shop, I decided to do something different. I decided to buy a hair grease. Yeah, I went back in time, like I went back to the 90s. Now, typically, how I had known grease to be used is just to apply it just to our scalp, really. But I think it was Razor Empress, a YouTuber, who put me onto this. And she started using hair grease as a sealant, as in just the same way that we'd use the oil to seal in the moisture. She was using the grease to do that. So I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. And when I looked at the ingredients of the grease as well, it's mainly oils. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try this. So I mentioned the video before where I talked about the fact that I had changed my routine from only wearing twists to now applying plaits on wash day and then changing them into twists. And as I mentioned, loads of people in the comments were saying, you know, it probably is the plaits that have helped you to retain so much length. So that's one of the things that I changed a couple of months ago. But another thing that I changed around the same time is I also started using this hair grease instead of Jamaican black castor oil. And again, because I saw so much length retention, I was like, yo, why change what's working? So I wouldn't say I've kicked Jamaican black castor oil out of my routine. Definitely not. Like, it's an OG, it's not going anywhere. I'm definitely going to be keeping that around. But for now, or at least for the next few months, so I can see how it's working, I'm gonna go with this Blue Magic grease, you know. And those are the two main changes that I've made in my routine over the past couple of months. So they're only small changes. Typically, the majority of my routine has stayed the same. Now, this video was ending up quite long, and so what I've chosen to do is put it in two parts. So this is actually part one that you're watching of my natural hair care routine. And I also wanted to give you the opportunity to see me physically doing everything that I've just been speaking about. So you won't see me shampooing my hair, but it was literally just as simple as using the African black salt shampoo, washing out my scalp, washing my hair, washing it out. Simple as that. And then in the rest of this video, you are going to see me applying the liquid, applying the leave-in, and also the hair grease. So stay tuned and enjoy the rest of this video. And of course, if you don't know by now, then you need to know, I always seal my ends with flaxseed gel. And once again, you can catch a video, which I'll link above, about how I do that and why I do that and how I believe that's helping me to retain length. So go ahead and click that video.